Okay, I'm trying to see if I remember how to do this. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mark Summers, Major Linux. Excuse me, twitch.tv/Major Linux. And it's time once again for the first time in over a week, because it was a holiday yesterday and prior to that I was sick. But I'm back and we're here for another episode of Tech Talk today. I'm holding off on the video games today because I don't know how I feel. Sometimes I feel like I'm okay. Sometimes I feel like I'm not, but in a good way. Anywho, let's just go ahead and get this over. We've got some slight news that came out over the weekend that kind of explains some things and maybe introduces more questions. But first off, we're going to start with Apple shedding more light on the iOS 17.5 bug that resurfaced deleted photos. So I believe with this one, we will know what happened here. Apple has offered more details on the problem and what caused it. Speaking to 9to5Mac, Apple recently said that the issue had nothing to do with iCloud photos and the company never had access to the deleted photos. Rather, a corrupted database entry on affected devices was the cause of the deleted photos reappearing. In other words, the deleted images that were restored resided locally and never left those devices. Apple said that in some rare cases, iOS 17.5 had inadvertently restored files from the corrupted data and repopulated the Photos app with deleted images. Apple claimed the issue affected a small number of users and a small number of photos. To explain reports that some restored photos were very old, Apple said that in some cases, the corrupted data may have been copied from one device to another from restoring a local backup, performing a device-to-device transfer, or restoring an iCloud device backup, i.e. not involving iCloud photos. This kind of does back up why a lot of people were seeing restored photos on a device they did not own previously. So like the photos that were coming back were photos of the previous owner. I'm not sure why people would think that this was an issue with iCloud if it was surfacing images from the previous owner of an iPhone, which means that they're not coming over the cloud. This is something that was coming in from the device. I think the question here is how was it able to restore the images like from this corrupted database? Does the database have some type of hash that would allow the iPhone to regenerate photos? Like, what is it pointing to? Because I imagine if you are transferring ownership of an iPhone, like in order for you to do that properly, you have to fully wipe it. So what is iOS referencing in these corrupted databases to pull the files back? Like where was that file being stored from? Where was that data being stored to where one, this corrupted database could have been read from on a device that had been wiped, and two, like what is required here to restore these photos after it was supposedly permanently deleted after 30 days. So while we know that the issue was device side, which again, not much of a question I don't think anybody had, it's still a question of where is the, like, why is this database not removed when you're restoring a phone? Where are these, how are these photos being generated? If they're not being generated, if they're actually just being pointed to, where are these images being stored, where they can be pointed to, they can be referenced in some way and then restored. Like it seems like this is still like it points to a bigger issue with wiping a device. It like when I wipe my device and I'm giving it to someone else, I expect that there is nothing of mine, period, on my iPhone when I hand it to somebody else. Like, if anything, I would rather it take forever to restore the phone to a known good state. Like if I am going to sell it or trade it in, I would rather it take hours and do like a zero wipe on all the storage, if that's a thing that modern storage devices can do. Like just do a whole fucking zero wipe on the device to kind of keep this from happening again. Like this, I'm not cool. This isn't cool with this. Okay, wait. One claim that was posted on Reddit, which has since been deleted, alleged that the user's photos have reappeared on an iPad that had been erased and sold to a friend. Okay, so this may have been, if I read just one more paragraph, I might have invalidated my whole statement here. Apple said that this could not have been the case if the user had wiped the device prior to sale using the erase all content and settings. Okay, so either the user had not performed this necessary step or the claim was false. Okay. See, this would be helpful if I read things, if I read more things than going off on a tangential rant. See, now that rant means nothing. I wasted time. I wasted everybody's time going through a rant because apparently it wasn't true. So, okay, so it's not as bad. My rant wasn't as bad. It's still a thing of, hey, if this was supposed to be gone, why is it not actually gone? Notably, notably Apple's iOS 17.5.1 update to rectify the issue does not remove any previously deleted photos that reappeared after updating iOS 17.5. Affected users will therefore need to manually delete these images again, and they will be moved to the recently deleted album in the Photos app, where they will remain for 30 days. Recently deleted photos in this folder can also be immediately deleted by choosing delete from all devices. See, apparently this is not working. There needs to be more to this. Is there more to this? It's supposed to, this is the explanation that Apple gave for OPIC showing up. Okay, maybe this is the more information I need. One question many people had is how images from dates as far back as 2010 resurfaced because of this problem. After all, most people aren't still using the same device now as they were in 2010. Apple confirms to me that iCloud Photos is not to be blamed for this. Instead, it all boils to the corrupt database entry that existed on the device's file system itself. According to Apple, the photos that did not fully delete from a user's device were not synced to iCloud Photos. Those files were only on the device itself. However, the files could have persisted from one device to another when restoring from a backup, performing a device-device transfer, or when restoring from an iCloud backup but not using iCloud Photos. What? Okay, now that I'm just confused. So it's a corrupt database. Photos that did not fully delete from a user's device were not synced to iCloud Photos. Those files were only on the device itself. However, the files could have persisted from one device to another when restoring from a backup, device-device transfer, or so is it? Because imagine your dear old mom getting your old iPhone and she takes pics of your kids and bam, it's picture. So apparently, if you wipe the phone properly, like it's saying here, that shouldn't have happened. Also, they're saying that the person who made the claim of seeing somebody else's photos deleted the Reddit post. So that's what I'm thinking. It may be just iCloud. Okay, so here it is. So the images will then be moved to recently deleted album in the Photos app, where they will remain for 30 days. You can choose to immediately delete these images by choosing delete from all devices in the recently deleted album. So I'm wondering if the issue is when they're supposed, so because it's saying that the photos aren't synced to iCloud Photos, and I imagine when you're in the Photos app in the iPhone or I guess iPhone for, yeah, if you're in the Photos app for iPhone, you say, hey, I want to delete these. You delete them from iCloud, you put them in the recently deleted, and then it should remove the photos from every device. Apparently the issue is that because the photos weren't technically synced to iCloud Photos, when that delete command went out, it wiped it from iCloud, so you don't technically see it in the app, but the files still technically exist on the device. The files will, and then even when you transfer from phone to phone to phone, this is why old photos would exist from, they like saying like 2010 on a device from in 2024, is the fact that the files existed, they just weren't referenced by this corrupted database that existed. And iOS 17.5 did something, like apparently the code referenced something and it could just get access to the database that was corrupted, and that corrupted database then restored images that were technically still on the device that were transferred from device. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking is what's happening right now. But again, they are bigger brain than I am, so. Which then makes me wonder, do I have photos? Well, I don't delete that many photos. I haven't been deleting many photos from like, yeah, it's still a bad bug, but I do remember some of those claims. It was a full factory reset when Gabe sold the phone away. Again, Apple is saying that shouldn't be a thing. That shouldn't have been a thing. The one comment that everybody was looking at was removed from Reddit. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, most like I don't know if I have many photos corroborate that I would remember would still be on my phone from like around this time. Mainly because I kept most of the photos. Yeah. And more news, because I feel like I was on Apple News forever. I feel like I slept through that. Lucid Motors got 6% of its workforce ahead of EV SUV launch. Of course, you know, this happened at the end of the week because that's when people want to talk about layoffs, like at the end of the week. If they are true, then I need those people to keep yelling about it. Yeah, let's do that. Yep, so it came at the end of the week. This is cut 400 jobs. According to a regulatory filing, this amounts to around 6% of the workforce. Incidentally, the company also cut a whopping 1,300 jobs last year. This all comes just ahead of the launch of its first electric SUV later this year, a crucial release for the auto manufacturer. Don't forget, we're already at 2023's layoff numbers, and we're not even halfway through 2024. Like, this is stupid, man. The ROG Ally X leaks with twice the battery of the original and way more RAM. Way. I want to say last time I talked about this, though, it won't supposed to be as revolutionary. The handheld has more RAM than my gaming PC, though the chip stays the same. Maybe they didn't talk about that. Like, it seemed like when they were talking about the ROG Ally X, like it wasn't even going to be that big of a thing. Okay, is there a delay in the stream? Or am I really sleeping through these chats? The Asus ROG Ally was for let's see. Oh, this looks like it's from a leak. Oh, this looks like it's from something leaked. Okay, so they weren't talking about these before. 24 gigs of RAM in the Ally X. Okay. Yeah, the screen is about the same. The CPU is about the same, but they're putting more RAM in here. Yep, I am talking about the ROG Ally right now. Yes. Okay, so an 80 watt hour battery up from 40. There's also a second USB-C port with USB 4 speeds that should help quite a bit with docking, charging while playing with accessories, and I would guess Linux hackery. Why would it be Linux hackery? This thing runs Windows, right? Oh, okay. I see. I see what they're saying now. Okay. So apparently they're running Chimera OS on the ROG Ally. Okay. I said, what Linux hackery would you be doing this on? But okay, I see. They're talking about what they did to their ROG Ally. Okay. Okay, I think this is the last story. Yeah, there's a Verge article. Oh, no. I didn't cover this. I mean, I don't know. To me, it feels almost like a Civ 5. I have a Civ 5 type of vibe with the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck, right? Whereas like, okay, I can see this is objectively better. And maybe this is how flame wars work, right? It's like these people would have to see that, okay, there is something that is objectively better, but because you came to this decision first, you're going to stick with this decision. So like I came to the Steam Deck first. I see that there is an ROG Ally. I see that there is an ROG Ally X, and it seems objectively better than my Steam Deck. But I really like playing with my Steam Deck, and I'm going to be 10 toes down for my Steam Deck. Now, I'm not going to just like argue and rah, and ROG Ally sucks, because that seems stupid. That's wrong. And maybe that makes me different from like these flame war motherfuckers. Is that, you know, I look at things objectively. It's, oh no, like that's cool. I just have my Steam Deck. I don't need an ROG Ally. Like I do kind of, I mean, I will admit I do kind of want a PS5. Like my son is on to something. We should get a PS5. Yeah, it's good if you got the money and also waited. Like nobody, I didn't think that there was going to be something like this. Look, I thought the Steam Deck was just going to be the pinnacle. We have done it. Like pencils down, Steam won, and then the ROG Allies. Oh wait, people are making better ones. Cool. But of course, yeah, finding the one thing I can nitpick is like, haha, my Steam Deck figured it out. Steam Deck figured it out. But also that took trial and error for for Valve too, right? Like they didn't get it right the first time. Ah, did they though? I'm feeling like the AMD chip was custom. But also, I'm sure that the T. Oh no, I forgot the Steam Deck. No, not the Steam Deck, but the Switch, the Nintendo Switch. Like the Nintendo Switch is just a shield, NVIDIA shield, a low power NVIDIA shield. Like, come on, Nintendo, just like release an Android tablet and let us play Nintendo games on Android or something. Free Mario from the surly bonds of Nintendo. Let me play Super Mario and Fire Emblem and Pokemon on my Steam Deck. Please let more powerful hardware. Imagine what Mario could look like on a 4090. Nintendo, what are we doing? Like you could actually put Mario in overalls. Like for real. Imagine the kind of battles in Kingdom Hearts. No, not Kingdom Hearts. What is it? Fire Emblem that we could get. Like just massive scale battles in Fire Emblem if I can run it off of my Ryzen 9 CPU. But Nintendo's just playing right now. They went the Nintendo route with a more lower cost, easier to replicate build versus top end specs. You right. That makes sense. AMD chip strategy makes it super easy for them to do these type of projects. Then why we need to get Nintendo on AMD? Look, I love my RTX card, I do, but we can go off of ARM. Let's have a resurgence of x86. Look, ARM is trying to take over. Look at what's happening at Microsoft and Apple. We put Nintendo on AMD, and it's like, all right, cool, let's do this. Now we are so much closer. We can fight the resurgence of ARM with x86. We don't need to go in. x86 can travel like ARM can. I will immediately flip my position on ARM once there is an ARM-based Steam Deck that can actually play my games at a higher quality, because these games, like the architect, like, look, Apple is going to help. Apple is going to help us get there. Nobody else is. Well, I don't know. I mean, Snapdragon, Qualcomm is busy. Qualcomm is busy with a whole bunch of stuff. Wait, no, I'm mixing Qualcomm and Broadcom. Those are two different companies. Steam Deck chip wasn't custom. The Z series chips were a way of capitalizing on all the interest with competing with the Steam Deck with a dedicated chip. Oh, it wasn't a custom chip? I thought it was. I would have considered the Z1s more mainstream than the Steam Deck CPU. I mean, ARM based is going to be tough for backwards compatibility. Oh. But that's what I'm saying. You get the app, like, somehow we open source the Apple game porting toolkit, right? And base Proton on that. It's like Proton ARM. I'm charging the keyboard. You tell it, like, G-Hub telling me my keyboard battery is low is like just kind of stupid. I know it's low. I'm actively charging it. Duh. If you want a platform that only moves forward, then ARM is good. Oh. Shut up, Dodge. I would say that, look, Logitech is the only non-problematic brand that I own, but no, because it owns Streamlabs. But I maybe I'll be like one of those qualified people that look, the shit that Streamlabs was accused of happened before Logitech bought them. Sure, Logitech let it happen under their watch, but still. Anywho, I'm like, look, I'm happy for the ROG Ally X. I'm glad, like, honestly, I'm just glad, like, look, I can play. I mean, as much as people, like, yeah, people probably are buying these. I don't know what people are buying these for. I would imagine people are buying these handhelds to go travel and play their PC games while traveling, right? And that's great, fantastic. You love it for them. But for me, this, like, devices like this and my Steam Deck are for my couch. When I want to watch TV and play games that are tied to this setup. And like, it was okay initially when my TV here was working, but it's not. So now, like, when I have this temporary TV sitting here where I can't see it because it is technically behind me, I'll get on the couch to watch the TV, but I have the Steam Deck playing something on my PC, and it's fantastic. I get people buying this handheld if they only use it as a desktop PC too. Oh yeah. But see, I got too many PCs. I got too many fucking computers in this house to ever want to use the Steam Deck as a computer. Like, again, we got the Mac Mini here. This is shit I need to do with that. Eventually I will get to it. Today is not the day though. Because I want to make sure I can stream from that M1 Apple Mac Mini. Somebody wants to do it from their garage. They want to stream from their garage and want to make sure that that works. That type of setup works. So I'm going to test the form, make sure, and then I'm just going to give it to them. Yeah, kind of like that. But oh yeah, Dodge, you were the one who recommended I do that. I did that for a few days. I couldn't handle it then. I know it for sure. I would not be able to handle it now. I have a keyboard that's like a keyboard with a built-in mouse in it, but I use it for my Steam Deck, and I didn't feel like having to repair it to something else. So I just use like my regular keyboard and trackpad for it, that is not the best way to watch Plex. It sucked. And I looked up how to pair an Apple TV, like the Siri remote, to a Mac Mini. There were not really instructions for that. And I was like, okay, if I can't use a remote, can I sync? I don't have a Wiimote. See, now we're getting to a territory of it's like the Linux thing again too, where like when I had the Linux install on this PC for like a few hours before I deleted it, it becomes a point of, do I start buying new things to make this very niche thing I have set up work? Now, if I was flush with cash, that would be a thing I would do. I go buy new shit, but I am not flush with cash. I could not do that. So I was like, my existing solution to this, put BSD on it for what? Again, I feel like in my head, that kind of like flew into like an arrow that just had a message on it. To where also I thought BSD said something else. But it's me still having to try to find solutions to things that I don't have, that I would have to probably invest money in, that I don't have. So and then realizing, it costs me nothing to be at status quo at this moment, which is a phrase I hate to use. But yes, status quo right now, homeostasis for me is this Windows PC, because everything I have works. I don't have to buy anything else to get it to work. If shit breaks, then yes, we are fucked. But right now things are working, and it doesn't work in Linux that way. So I was like, yeah, I don't really see the benefit here. I almost did. Like Thursday, I kind of saw a light. I had an epiphany, but then still realized that I'd end up back in Windows more often than not, because I still like to play Horizon on my Steam Deck, which I probably could have done on Linux, because I'm pretty sure the server I use to emulate NVIDIA Game Stream works in Linux. I could have installed, I got Horizon Zero Dawn to work. Horizon Forbidden West to work on Linux. It was great. It's like a stable 75 FPS. Also, there's something else I want to talk about with Horizon. But I could have gotten it to work, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. It did not please me, so I left it alone. Oh yeah, Horizon Forbidden West. If you were having issues with that on PC, one thing that people suggested that I read is deleting the direct storage DLLs in that game directory. It might help with some cutscene frame rate issues. May give you a bit more performance. Also, apparently turning off boost, or the NVIDIA what is it? I forget what mode it's like. It's like NVIDIA. It's not NVIDIA Sync. I forget what the fuck it is. But it's a feature you could turn on, and then it has on and boost. If you turn that boost shit off, apparently it fixes cutscenes too. Nobody knows why, but they say anecdotally people have been reporting results between that and removing the direct storage DLL files on Windows. I don't think I had such issues on Linux, but then again, I don't think I had a cutscene in Linux. Or did I? I don't remember. Did I play a mission? I feel like I did something. I thought I did something substantial in that game when it was in Linux. I don't remember. Anywho, next one. Activity and Meta sued by families of Uvalde school shooting victims. The lawsuit blames both companies for promoting weapons to young men, including the Uvalde gunman. The families of the victims killed in the Uvalde, Texas school shooting are suing Meta and Call of Duty developer Activision over allegations that they promoted the use of firearms to underage boys. The lawsuit claims both companies knowingly exposed the shooter to the weapon, conditioned him to see it as the solution to his problems, and trained him to use it. It's the kind of claim we've seen unsuccessfully thrown at video game companies numerous times in the past. I mean, sure, Meta, I can see how you can learn some shit from Meta and kind of get that thought process. Call of Duty, I don't see it. I'm not seeing how that correlates. Outside of gun takes out bad guy, now I had to really teach somebody that lesson, like, or the counter lesson to that, like, yeah, cops do not shoot lawbreakers, or they don't kill lawbreakers, or they should. They like, look, they're not judge, jury, and executioner. As noted in the lawsuit, the families accused Activision and Meta of grooming young men and putting them on a path toward violent acts. The lawsuit says the gunman played Call of Duty obsessively, developed skill as a marksman, and obtained rewards that became available only after a substantial time investment. It also claims the game features the AR-15 used in the shooting. At the same time, the lawsuit alleged that the shooter was being courted through explicit, aggressive marketing on Instagram that showed hundreds of images depicting and venerating the thrill of combat. If playing video games really did, like, and I mean playing video games like on a mouse and keyboard or a controller. Well, controller, I can somewhat see it, but man, you are really going out of your way to make that connection. I don't see how playing a game for hours upon hours upon hours makes you good at the actual thing you are doing, on the virtual thing you're doing in the game. If that was the case, I'll be an excellent vampire hunter of places that contain no vampires. Or, and like, let's take a look here, because I have an app that aggregates, that shows my time on games, right? So we'll just break this out right now. We'll break out Lucille. All right. Let's see. Most played, like right now, is Sid Meier's Civilization 5. Okay, yeah, this is not doing the things I want it to do. How do I get out of this mode? There we go. Yeah, let's switch over to desktop mode. This is the controller mode. I don't have any controllers plugged into my computer right now. Boy, opening desktop mode seems to be taking forever. Controller makes sense if you were learning to fly drones, because the military do that now. That, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, for computers and computer games, I feel like the only things that it's training you to do in the military is like fly drones. Oh, it's ridiculous. All right, there we go. Look at it. I can't make this any bigger. I'm sorry. This is as big as it goes. But up top here, top play games is Sid Meier's Civilization 5 at 751 hours and 46 minutes. And that's only 18%. That's only 18%. followed by Vampire Survivors at 155 hours, 52 minutes with 4% of my time. Killer Instinct is at number 3. Well, I wonder if that's aggregating like Xbox time too. Wow, Starfield made it up here at 113 hours. Jeez. Wow, I have not played enough American Truck Simulator. This is ridiculous. This is sad. I would say tactics and coordination as well, but my squad mates won't get on point for any reason. But I mean, sure, you could make the argument, but he was solo. Like, I would say, if anything, video games prepared that kid to play against terrible AI. Because the cops sure shit did not do anything for about an hour, but man, were they quick elsewhere. In addition to Activision and Meta, the families of the Uvalde victims are also suing Daniel Defense, the gun company that made the AR-15 used in the shooting. The lawsuit alleges Daniel Defense promotes its weapons to minors on Instagram through posts glorifying combat. Meta's rules theoretically ban companies from selling guns on its platform, and the gunman purchased the AR-15 from Daniel's Defense website, not through Instagram. I mean, are they, again, so I just want to make sure, are they suing the cops though? Like, also, when you say Uvalde, the families of the Uvalde victims, right? Are you lumping all of them in? Or is this a subset? I feel like some of the families would have gone against the police who stood around and did nothing. If I was suing anybody, if this was my kid, if I was suing them, if I was suing anybody, it'd be the fucking police department of Texas for being bitch mode. Nah, they too busy wanting to protect the state. That's all that is. We are here to protect the state. For a bit of a nostalgia update, ICQ has been running still. And they're finally getting shut down. ICQ was among the crop of early instant messenger services like AOL Instant Messenger or MSN Messenger. How dare they forget Yahoo? Yahoo Messenger was also there. I'm talking about the MSN Messenger. Don't nobody use a fucking MSN Messenger. I was. It differs from others by assigning users a number they would use to connect to one another as opposed to aliases or email addresses. It also had uncommon features like SMS messaging and the ability to message people who were offline. Ooh. Wait, we did what? What did we do? But I did not know VQ also owned ICQ. Oh, MSN. Yeah, I was on them all. Look, it was at a certain point, you had to get that Trillion app that you keep track of all that shit. That was Beeper before Beeper was Beeper. Yo, like, yeah, like, was it Trillion or Trillion? I used Trillion. I think AOL bought Trillion. Like, I think, didn't AOL buy Trillion and like I think they incorporated that shit. Or am I just thinking like there were no like 2020s levels of acquisitions in tech spaces back then, were there? Oh shit. ICQ was started by the Israelis. Oh, but AOL bought ICQ in 1998. Really? I could have sworn I was using ICQ earlier than that. Maybe I wasn't. Wait, VK was known as mail.ru back in the day? Yo. Well, this article is taking me back to like the earliest, like the early smartphone times for me. I remember mail.ru being an app. I was like, nope, I don't trust that shit. I was also back in my capitalism days. I didn't know any better. Oh, speaking of Steam Deck and shit, 15,000 games are rated playable and verified on Steam for Steam Deck. So you have no excuses. There are games to play on the Steam Deck. Like Animal Well, Nocturnal Enhanced Edition, Planet Tiles, Savorless, The Witch's Cauldron, Warhammer 40,000, Rogue Trader, and Wizard with a Gun. Oh, excuse me. Forest Fortress. Oh no. Oh, I must log in to see this content. I wonder what's behind it. What are you hiding, Steam? Oh, Steamy. Whoa. I'm gonna sign out of my Steam account on my phone. Okay. I'm back, baby. QR code. Oh, okay. Yep. No, no, no. Yeah, that was as much as anybody needed to see. If you want to check out Forest Fortress, I recommend that you do so on your own time. The data. Wait, what is this for? Oh, this is the sales position of the Steam Deck. Man, it dropped down to number 8 in February. Ooh. Oh, wait, it's been lower. Oh, you've hit double digits. Ooh. I guess other games came out and people were buying games. Yep, that's it for me. While we round out here, I'm gonna click this view page. That way y'all can't see it. I mean, it is $3 on Steam. If this is something you are interested in, it's funny. This game is marked as an only. You are seeing this game because you have agreed to continue to this page. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that this is what I decided to do. So, yeah, okay, I'm going to stop because I have questions. So many questions. And I feel like I'm going to be distracted by the questions that I'm trying to ask than actually, closing out the show. So let me do that. Oh, wait, there is the obligatory. Is this sus though? Oh, this is big news. We finally have a confirmation on the next Call of Duty game with regards to Game Pass. Let's pull it up. Pull it up. Microsoft confirms Call of Duty Black Ops 6 day one Xbox Game Pass launch. So finally, the ultimate version? Probably not. Wait, does it say the ultimate version? Oh, you mean the ultimate version of Xbox Game Pass? I believe so. Like, I believe when they're actively announcing a game coming to Game Pass, I think they do mean like the normal shit, not the core shit. Oh, the ultimate version of COD. It doesn't say. It doesn't say, but probably not. Probably not. Let's see. PSVR 2 games are coming to PlayStation Plus for the first time. If it's just multiplayer and the single player campaign, that's all I want. I really just want the single player. Hooray, OpenAI has a new safety team and it's run by its CEO. Hey, you can get a 10th gen iPad for $300. Look, do you really need it though? Oh boy, Chromebook Plus. Getting AI built in. Okay. Microsoft's Windows 11 upgrade, please get even more desperate. YouTube is acting weird for ad block users. I would say not me. I'll check out that Call of Duty trailer later, I guess. How you enable hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. Oh yeah, they were saying that this could also fix cutscene issues on Horizon. Wait, there's not an RTX 1000 card. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, I was too busy reading and not reading out loud. Should I turn on this hag feature? Apparently they're saying that there could be some benefits. I'm gonna look it up. Let's take a look. Default graphics. Oh, so you're not gonna take me there? How do I get there? How do you turn it on? So you tell me about hag, but you don't tell me how to turn it on. How do you? Oh, there we go. Let's see. All right, see, start settings. Oh, where to go? Oh, okay. System. I was going to the wrong place. Display. Okay. All right, now I am here. Oh, and then go into graphics settings. So I guess it's here. No, that ain't it. Oh, hey, you have turned into status where I am playing game. I forgot. Maybe I'm not in the right spot. I don't know. Maybe it was that other one. Because it was like change default graphics. Ah, so yes, it is off for me. Why is that grayed out though? I wonder if that will also fix. See if I turn it on because it's off. Also, variable VRR is on here. What if I turn that off? Man, I'm gonna be playing with a whole bunch of shit when I end the stream, right? Because I gotta restart the PC at least to do the hack shit. All right, I'll get back to that. That's another thing I'll get back to after the stream. Because now they got me interested. Opera adds support for Google's Gemini AI model. That shit looks like it came out of AI. Yep, and Call of Duty stuff confirmed for Game Pass. Alma Linux 8.10 is out. And a 25-inch gaming monitor is $200. And my pre-approval limit has been increased. Review now. Stop. I don't want to be a business. I don't want capital. Anywho, that's it for me. I'm also going to point out that, hey, you may have noticed your boy's been a little sluggish. This weekend I didn't intend to mention this until I noticed personally. So yeah, I'm not intending to go this slow, but I really cannot operate any faster than I am. Your boy's been experimenting with some things and pretty cool. It's pretty good. Oh, let me see. Cause I feel like what I said may have. Oh, actually, yeah. See, BSD, it looks like LSD, but no, at the time I was thinking CBD. And I knew like, yeah, me addressing that BSD comment would probably explain some things. Yeah. Been working with the Farm Bill allowed products this weekend. And yesterday specifically I took, so my wife and I, we tried it out. She had like a gummy, I had like a little cookies and cream chocolate bar, and it was great. But I was like, man, I wish there was more. I wish that could have hit harder than it did. So Sunday I decided I'm gonna take 2. Set a timer to know that, all right, at least by the time we're doing whatever it is we're doing, because I took 2 while we were on the road going to pick up my son, and everything was cool up until maybe like the last 10 minutes before I got home. Things got really bad. I misjudged how long it was going to take, and it is not fun. Yeah, that's exact. So I've noticed that with the candy, it takes me a lot longer to come back down. Or at least like I'm down, but still kind of pushing through things. Like my thought processes are like molasses. I'm here. I really did struggle. I really thought I was like, I'm not going to do this show today. But it's like, no, I want to see what my day-to-day task is. So I try. See, I would do that, right? But there's also this thing where active major, you know, the guy who normally controls shit around here. It's 82 degrees outside. Your boy's gonna bake. And I don't mean like we bake. Look, honestly, I probably should go for a walk, do something, just personally. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. Like honestly, outside of, you know, just getting the shit ready for YouTube, I've got nothing else better to do. I mean, well, that's a great idea. I ain't got shit. Well, actually, no, I do have something to do. And I don't know how. No, it will definitely last for the rest of the day. Yeah. It's going to last for the rest of the day. That's going to be fun. The one thing I do want to put out there is like, I'm not. Hi, that was yesterday. Yes, it was high as fuck. Today, yeah, it just seemed, yeah, it's just, I don't feel like I can move as fast as I usually do. Yeah. But we're going to make it through. We're going to make it through. Thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of Tech Talk today. Tomorrow I'm going to see where I'm at. No candy today. No candy today. It might be something else though. No, I can't say that lasted all day yesterday because it was something else. Anywho, yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Of course, you all could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream in the world. You could have been playing the games yourself, but you said no, thank you. We came out here to see the Major Trip balls. Sorry to disappoint you. I'm not doing that. Just feeling real good right now. Of course, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is nobody's going to save us but ourselves. And all I've got, and I love you. Peace out. Y'all still here? Anywho, thank you so much for tuning in to another video. Really do appreciate it. Of course, if you like the content that you just saw, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that the YouTubers ask you to do. I guess that includes me now. Anywho, yes, like, comment, subscribe. Really do appreciate it. Support the channel over Patreon, PayPal, whatever. Check out the links in the video to anything else I might be pushing, hawking. I don't know. Did I sell out by now? I recorded this ages ago. Have I sold out? Let me know. But until then, I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.